Hi everybody, this is Julie from Connecting Japan and welcome to our April video. We're going to be talking about some of the exciting things that are happening in Japan right now. Now, before we even go into that, if you want to know all the reasons why our logo has changed back, please do go check our Facebook and Instagram. All the explanations are there in a short video. Okay, let's get back to the exciting news in Japan. The first thing, as of the end of this weekend, the COVID restrictions have been relaxed in that country and all of us tourists can go, yay! What that means exactly is, 1, you don't have to have a PCR 72 hours before entering in Japan. 2, you don't need to worry about having a vaccination certificate. And 3, the COVID variants have been downgraded to common illnesses such as cold and flu. So that's wonderful. Would you want to take masks and RAT kits with you? That is your personal choice. As far as in Australia, how we deal with it, people are still encouraged in the winter months to get their 5th shot, which would be me. And I have a health condition that probably would sort of dictate that. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my personal choice. As far as I know, 3 shots is all that's required. But that's really good news for Japan. The other thing is the dollar, or the Japanese yen, as it actually is called, is at a level where you get your more bang for your buck as a tourist. Now, it's not so great for Japan, and while our employment rates here are doing really well, Japan's is still fluctuating a little bit, and they're still working on ways to prop up their economy. And that's rather surprising considering they're, a very high GDP country. So if you are planning to visit Japan very soon, then yes, definitely you will get a lot of mileage for your currency if you choose to exchange it into Japanese yen, which you probably will have to. Some people are saying, and I don't know if this is true, it could be a rumor, that it's becoming a cashless society. Now, that really depends on where you go. There are a few ways that you can pay for things if you don't really want to use cash. There are currency cards, like Travel-Oz is now back, and all the tourists rejoice there too. So we have a travel agency all over Australia called Flight Centre, and majority of them have Travel-Oz currency cards. These days, you can actually put only $50 of the currency of your choice on a card rather than 100, because some people don't want to carry that much. I personally like carrying these things when I go to places like Thailand and so on, when you don't want to carry a lot of cash with you, because in some instances there's still people out there that might try and steal from you if you have a lot of cash on you. So it's an excellent way, and you can leave your safe cards, like your credit cards or your debit cards, at home using these currency cards. So that's one way of doing it. And of course, the Suica and Passmo IC cards that you can use in Tokyo and Osaka can pay for small purchases. So if you still feel a little uncertain about using cash, there are some alternatives out there for you. Suffice to say that those shops that you're going to will accept them. So yeah, it depends on what you think. Are they using cash? Are they not using cash? I would just take a bit of both just to be on the safe side. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing. If you are planning to go very, very soon, like in a matter of days, you are going into the most busiest season apart from Obon and Hatsumode, which is Golden Week. And that holiday, 5-day holiday, celebrates the most glorious time Japan experienced and grew as a nation between 1950 to 1980. So it celebrates things as the Showa era, which is what it's called. So once an emperor comes to power, yes, they still have monarchy in Japan, the oldest in the world, as a matter of fact. That emperor and the people around him name the era. So I'm not sure what Showa means. I might have to look that up. But that era between 1950 to 1980 was the most progressive time Japan ever had. So Golden Week celebrates that era on the first day. Then they have Environment Day, Green Day, and celebrating and looking after the seas and waterways. And then they have a break, and then they have Children's Day. So they do a lot of things celebrating their families, in addition to other festivals that are regionally across Japan. So yeah, it's always good, like we said in one of our previous videos a long time ago, always check out if there are regional events in the area you're thinking of going to. Even if it's not one of the major cities, you'll be surprised what you'll find. The other thing, of course, relates to the JR Rail Pass. Now that we're talking about traveling and holidaying and moving in Japan, the JR Rail Pass in the past, as far as we were aware, did not include the bullet train or Shinkansen. Now, there's a lot of different networks. It's a lot bigger than I thought. It goes all the way from the Hakodate in Hokkaido all the way down to Kagoshima. And you've got lots of options available to you, and there are different regions of JR Rail Pass. Now, the cost of that has gone up in terms of because of the costs everywhere have gone up, and Shinkansen are included in there. Well, at least 6 out of the 9. So people are sort of debating: do we really want to pay that much? Are there other alternatives? The answer is yes. You will need to do a little bit of research because different areas do different things, and there are alternatives. Of course, with the Shinkansen, and you know, this is something that we dreamed of wanting to do. I'm not sure how it's going to go. Like some airplanes where you have dimensions and weights for luggage, the Shinkansen now has the same thing. So if you have small compact luggage, you can definitely put it in the overhead compartment just as you would on an aeroplane. And that's not a problem. If you have suitcases, there are dimensions and weights. If you go over that, then you will be fined, or they may not accept your luggage at all. It's unfortunately, they don't have as much room. And of course, if you do plan to bring luggage of the large suitcase kind, you're going to need to reserve your seat. Usually, if you get on a Shinkansen and you're not carrying much on you, you can just get an unreserved seat and you're fine. But if you're carrying luggage like that, you are definitely going to need to reserve your seat. So that's just some of the changes that have come across in terms of the travel and Shinkansen in Japan. Don't let that deter you though. Just definitely do your homework and definitely find out what will work for you. A lot of people are saying that there are alternative passes that you can get, like we said. Do check them out. And of course, always have your IC card. The JR Rail Pass does not cover everything. So, and if cost is a thing for you, then there are, just look out there for other alternatives. So that's all the exciting things that are happening in Japan right now. Now is a really good time, and flight-wise, there's some really good deals out there. I wish we were going right now, because that would be really, really great. In terms of doing the proficiency test, if you're thinking of long-term and you want to be an English teacher or something like that, do check the JNLPT, or Japanese National Learning Proficiency Test, and find out which state in Australia, or if you're in another part of the world, is on for you. Because COVID still has messed up a lot of people still, it may be a while before you'll be able to sit the test. I live in Victoria, the state of Victoria, Melbourne, and I can only do it once in 2023. So yes, get stuck into the books if that's the way you want to do it. Of course, check out our Japanese app videos as well and find out the right ones for you. Good luck on your trip, and definitely subscribe to our channel here. Next time we're going to be doing a few different ones. We are still going to be doing a Japanese eatery one in Australia. We've already hit one in the Gold Coast. The the oldest sushi train restaurant in Australia. And we're going to be chasing up a few more different options, like going to a teppanyaki and maybe finding a ramen shop and seeing what other alternatives are out there. Some of the off-the-wall Japanese things that you definitely won't see in your local shops or even some of your franchises in your country. So from all of us here in Connecting Japan, keep up to date with our socials, and of course, like we said, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time, and you never know what we might be up to. So thanks again guys for watching. Ciao Martine, see you next time, bye.